Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Email me directly for pricing at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the second generation Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control Tourbillon Dual Time. The original one came out in 2006, and while it featured the same movement and functions, it had a much larger, thicker, more brutal, almost sporting case form, whereas here you can see Jaeger-LeCoultre has redesigned the case for lugs that are less sheer in profile, thinner in their taper, a case band that's a little bit more gracefully pared down with a recessed case back and a smaller bezel. The result is a watch that is both thinner and more graceful. So in rose gold, this watch measures exactly the same 41.5 millimeters diameter as the prior model, but it's thinner at 12.3 millimeters thick, and it's 48.5 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see the watch wears well, comfortable. Still large, but not huge. It's not oversized, it's full-sized, and you do get a lot of functionality. Automatic winding, a tourbillon, a second time zone, and a special jumping date display. I could recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 14 to 15 centimeters circumference. Smaller wrist if your wrist is oval. And you can see it will fit underneath the dress cuff. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you can see the strap is calf on the bottom, black large rectangular scale alligator on the top. It is a matte finish with a monotone stitch, and you can see a sheer cut with a little bit of bolstering in the center to give it some volume and body. We have a JLC, rose gold, double folding deployant clasp right here to match the case. It's 4N red gold as per JLC. Jaeger-LeCoultre creating a lovely watch. You can see that recessed case back creates the impression of a much thinner watch on the wrist. Everything is in high polish. You can see that the bezel is slightly stepped back from the case flank. There's one step and then a second step which borders the crystal. We have a JL branded crown. The dial is a silver metallic sunburst. Outboard there is a printed scale for the date, and the date has a wonderful jumper system built in. It's based on a sort of Maltese cross-like gear set that ensures that in the night between the 15th and the 16th, the index will jump completely across the tourbillon so as not to obstruct your view. So you can see I am changing the local time, but the watch keeps ticking. I have not changed the second 24-hour time zone. Now when I pull the crown out all the way, now you can see the two time zones set in sync. This watch is a dual time, and you can see this is a 24-hour format. It has day and night depicted by two separate guilloche patterns. The hands at center are rose gold Dauphine style. We have bi-Arabic numerals at 9 and 3, and then we have dart style rose gold applique indices. Let's do the Loom Shot now, so we can appreciate that this watch is fairly well loomed for a high horology dress watch complication. Now on this model, compared to the original, the tourbillon cage design and the upper bridge for the tourbillon have changed. So the bridge has changed in that it is now a rounded structure with a single bar on each side, mirror polished, and this is actually less obstructive. It is less of an obstruction to your view of the tourbillon than the original 4-point anchored bridge that debuted in 2006. You can see that the shape of the tourbillon cage itself has also changed. It is made of hand-finished titanium, and the entire tourbillon assembly weighs only about 1/3 of a gram. We have a fired blue tri-spoke steel hand atop the tourbillon. One side features a little index, and that acts as your seconds display. Note that the tourbillon cage, as well as its bridge, immaculately hand-finished and impressively so. You'll also note that the watch has a free-sprung balance adjusted in 6 positions, and that it is a 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate, which is uncommon for tourbillon regulators. It also features an overcoil hairspring for concentric development of the hairspring and consistent timing in every position. This is something JLC rarely does. This is a very special movement. The movement, caliber 978, won the initial Concours de Chronométrie back in 2009, the first timing test, competitive timing test held in Switzerland since the 70s. JLC's caliber 978 had an extrapolated annual inaccuracy or deviation of only 47 seconds. This watch goes through the Master 1000 Hours Control, which is JLC's in-house test of the fully assembled watch, and the timing tolerance for the Torbjorn mechanism is said to be only about 1 second per day. Officially, it's minus 1 second plus 6. JLC watchmakers have told me that it's actually +1 -1. Now, the movement is wound using a rotor. It's a unidirectional winder with ceramic rotor bearings. Both of those features proven in practice to create a more efficient winding system. Now you can see the rotor is made of 22 karat gold, no pennies pinched, not 21, not 18 karat, not tungsten. It's the real deal here. It pivots on 33 jewels. You can see that there is beveling on the edge of the bridges. If you look carefully, you can see it. It's thin, but it's mirrored and it's of high quality. Probably started mechanically and finished with some sort of a rotating handheld milling tool. We also have a lovely sunburst as well as recessed media blastings on the rotor itself. And then we have Côte de Genève across the bridges with fired blued screws. And all of this is surprisingly 50 meters water resistant, uncommon, but welcome on a dress watch. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.